everybody, D and Ola here, and I gotta say, it's definitely been a while since I did this. About like 3 months, if I'm being exact. And this was where I left off right here. This one. Man. Hmm. I mean, it's definitely been very long. So yeah, man, I gotta tell you, nope. When it comes to these, it just, I have an idea what to say, and then when I start them, I just get so nervous that I forget what I'm going to say. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it's been a while, and gosh, it has definitely been far too long since I even, added another episode to this, webcomic and all that. I haven't been working on it as consistently as I have. Huh. But yeah. I mean, but then again, I guess. I mean, at least nobody seems to really care too much about it except me. Yeah, I'm the biggest fan of this. Yeah, I doubt anybody has been missing my commentaries about this series, or even just the series here. I mean, sure, it's gotten like the series has gotten like 356 views, but I mean, how many of those views actually enjoyed? I mean, how many of them just stopped at the first episode and 3 subscribers? I mean, sure, they might have subscribed, but do they actually care? I mean, just no likes on any of the recent ones, and most likes I've gotten on these is no more than one and all that. Well, I got that one. I guess that one had got 3, but yeah. Honestly, I guess part of it is definitely my fault. Just didn't do a bad job at marketing and branding and all that. Also, I've been spending way too long and just getting distracted by side characters and all that. I'm focusing enough on main characters and the story and the plot and all that. Like seriously, and I imagine it just kept taking way too long to get these done and all that. I will say I have definitely gotten a bit better and all that. So with these, hmm, yeah, hmm, fantasy and sci-fi. Yeah, honestly, I'm currently working on uh for the past few months I've been working on redoing the first like chapter or two here and all that. Just trying to make it a bit better. As one thing I dislike about webtoons is that you can't see how many views each of these chapters get. The closest thing I get to guessing how many people have actually seen it is how many likes. So that means, well, I mean, I guess just this little view count or so. I don't know. I guess the first episode got like first few. One's got like a few hundred views at first. Then the views stopped coming, and just one person, decided to just watch it through like most of them. Then I just forgot about it. Know that. Don't exactly know who that who's the person who's been liking all these, but just I guess I'm thankful for them. Really, I mean, Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm definitely the biggest fan of this series. Although, to be fair, I'm the only one who has knows where this story is going. I know all the juicy plot details and character arcs. I know how this thing ends. I know all the big and exciting moments, the crowd pleasers, and all the even I even know some of the just really funny stupid parts, and even the deep philosophical parts and all that. I know everything that this series has the potential to be. I know this better than anybody on earth. I mean, only God knows this series better than I do. Only God knows this series more than I do know it. Uh, but yeah, honestly, I'm definitely going to be, just redoing the first episode. And when I when I finish redoing the first couple episodes, and I just kind of replace these two here. No, I'm definitely going. I think I'm gonna probably gonna just change the title here, and also just change the description here, and I'll probably just make a big bit of a trailer, a video, and all that at a certain point, sometime in the hopefully not too distant future. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I guess part of another reason why I haven't been consistently working on it is that I've always been focused on this channel, this YouTube channel. In all fairness, this YouTube channel has definitely been faring a lot better than my webcomic. I mean, just look at this. 139 subscribers. I mean, that's good. I got over 100 subscribers. And well, not every video gets a ton of views. Some of them do. A lot of them have started getting more than 10 views. And so every once in a while, I make a video that gets less than 5, but, you consistently, get views ranging from 10 to, 300. That. And, sometimes, a few of my videos have gotten over 1,000 by now. I mean, just I did not mean to click on that. And just look at this. 3,000 views, 1,000 views. I mean, it may not be much, but it's good. It's doing good. Although I guess looking at through what has gotten the views, there are definitely a few flukes here. Like seriously, it's some of these creative commentators you suddenly got just 100 views and all that. Just was crazy because like I mean just okay, yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I think it's about time I just start, and I need to stop yapping about myself and just get to what everybody wants here. Right. Well, now that I've set myself up, man, it's crazy, with most of these videos, I just, man. 2 years of doing this YouTube channel. In fact, no, I mean this video right here is the 2-year anniversary one. And I've been thinking of maybe unlisting it. I know. I don't know. definitely not one of my proudest ones. But then again, I have mixed feelings about a few of these videos. Like I have mixed feelings about this the whole react to just this terrible video essay and all that. Just I mean, honestly, it's just sometimes so just just honestly, I think I think too much. And then I mean, in all fairness, sometimes I just put my foot in my mouth. I just have a tendency to just say the wrong thing and all that. I just and I'm definitely getting a bit emotional here, but yeah, honestly, gosh, guys, can I do this? All right, I'm ready. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, let's just kind of get into the bit of an introduction of a bit of a side character because I just love introducing side characters for some reason and all that. I mean, in all fairness, this is definitely unlike some the other side characters, which barely was only somewhat developed and I mean some of them I came up with uh, early in the process when I was first coming up with the idea. Some of these side characters I came up a little later, when I was thinking about the backstory of characters, and some characters I came up with when I was thinking of the overarching plot of the series, and some side characters I have come up as I was creating this series. Now this is introducing a character I came up with I guess about around the time when I was thinking about the back story of the main character Protos and all that. So yeah. Honestly, but yeah, enough talk. Let's get into it and honestly, this pitch right here, it's super good. In fact, I would say we're going to focus on this pitch because okay, basically she's yeah man, the last name here, yeah, when it comes to coming up with characters' names, sometimes I come up with the names pretty easily. Sometimes it takes a bit of effort. I mean, yeah, the last names are definitely seem to be the ones I have some of the hardest ideas coming up with. Like I think this is like first come up with one last name, then I figured, nah, that last name isn't very good and all that. The character I'm introducing, I've come up with like a few and first and last names when it comes to the character I'm about to introduce. But yeah, basically, there's a bit of a pun here. Liebes Cranks. Cranks. From the little research I've done means sick, and Liebe and Lieb means love. So Liebes Cranks. Yeah, it's just love sick. That. Just yeah. I mean, honestly, the character I'm about to introduce, basically, she's the daughter of Herr and Frau Liebeskrank. And yeah, basically, she's the crazy ex-girlfriend, character. Just that trope. I just thought that would be, just a fun trope to maybe, do put in the series. And thinking about I decided to come up with a bit of a backstory, and as I was coming up with it, that's kind of a very tragic backstory. That. Uh, yeah, I might have made it a bit too. Is Yeah, I mean, basically, her parents just were very neglectful growing up. So she was, pretty starved for attention, which means that for affection, not attention. Though a bit of that too, but yeah. Yeah, she was growing up. She was very starved of affection. So she eventually, ended up falling head over heels for the main character in Protos, and well, when they broke up, she did not take it very well, and she ended up just after she ended up killing he was dating, and normally she would like be put into prison, but she was declared mentally insane. I was put into the insane asylum, but due to the fact that if you've been paying attention to the series, you know that the town was attacked by a few planes and a bit of bombing, and one of the bombs it hit the local insane asylum, and she escaped now, which is why. And they are also being murdered. Yeah, so yeah, a bit of a revenge killing. Man, this shit is kind of dark, ain't it? Very, very freaking dark. when you think about it. The turn is. It's kind of funny because just because sometimes I just I mean sometimes when I read this I realize my sense of humor is kind of very dark sometimes. Sometimes I have a very dark sense of humor, because other times I have a very absurdist sense of humor. I have a very complicated sense of humor. But yeah. Oh boy. So yeah. Bit of a emotional whiplash. Just so yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it's yeah. Yeah. I forgot to put a little tail, pointing down to yeah. Man, if you forgot the last part, this is definitely a bit disorientating, but where I left off in the last one, and the police are, is, here discussing with the two, main protagonists, what remains of the wreckage of, the, house that was, bombed, and all that, and also, notifying, the main character that his crazy ex girlfriend, escaped and all that. Yeah. Also, looking at the dialogue, you can definitely see that, Protus definitely understands. Let's see. Your whole name is L. Libus by the way, not L. by the way. Basically, I took a while, coming up with a name. Eventually, I thought, okay, what is the kind of name that a almost comically neglectful parent would name the child? And then I thought, oh wait, I got it. How about okay, how about how about a French pronoun? A French pronoun for she and all that. Yeah. I mean that's yeah. I mean, if you were to look up, French pronouns, yeah, you know, L is one of them. Mm-hmm. Okay, just lay pronouns. Yeah. impersonal French uh, is uh, man, it's possible to find anything these days. Okay, okay, just tell me, just that show the definition so that way it's the audience who didn't take a year of friends in high school understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Il, el, un. No, yeah. So he, she, one. So yeah. That. I decided to just have that since it's but it kind of sounds like a name, so it's not like too awkward, but also it's just basically it doesn't mean anything, to just kind of just show a bit about the background. I was saying just then started the industry, basically, auto and I know they decided to name the second daughter L2. It is basically, L2 was, the parents decided to have a second daughter after their first daughter ended up, going into the insane asylum, kind of a bit of a replacement. Uh, yeah, Otto and Ada, Liebeskrings, yeah, they're not exactly the best people. They I mean, I want to getting murdered is definitely very bad and horrible, but on the other hand, they kind of had it coming a little bit. Huh. I just realized a lot of the characters I've introduced so far, I've introduced a lot of assholes in this series. Just a lot of terrible people in this webcomic. Yeah, perhaps as we go on, we will be able to find more nicer people and all that. In fact, I know that we'll meet more good people and all that, because we're also going to meet more bad people and some very bad people as the series goes on. And I remember working on this in a post right here. Ugh. In hindsight, it looks kind of bad. I mean, honestly, you can definitely see that I was, kind of experimenting a bit with, different positions and all that, and trying out a bit of foreshortening in here. Though, frankly, this just looks a bit awkward and all that. So, my line work is definitely very sloppy here and all that, like the uneven, thick lines and all that. I believe my line work has gotten a bit better and all that. Yeah. And oh man. no, honestly, no. Yeah, see that again. Now I want to so right into into talking about the next one. My hair's a bit messy here. Let's see. Only 24 minutes in. No, I guess we can do I guess I can talk about another one real quick. After I know it has been a very long time since I've done any of these, so yeah, I have not been keeping up to this schedule of making one of these once every month. Know that. Huh. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, what? Let's get into it. Let's go ahead and talk about this character. and and this is I definitely do like how I just just go all for it and just really just make this guy look kind of creepy and just kind of like a horror character and all that. When he's just a guy, just a normal dude who's kind of freaky looking and has zero social skills. No, I think I make some of my characters a bit too eccentric sometimes. No, I think I made this kid, perhaps I made this kid a little too eccentric, but on the other hand, I kind of like it, and I kind of like how crazy I made this kid, and it's kind of entertaining in a way. Gosh. Sometimes I'm a bit I'm a bit too creative sometimes. Oh God. Oh man, my art is terrible. Oh man, I definitely need to work better on making the faces a bit more consistent. But I think I have actually started working that a bit better now. Oh my God, just look at her face right there. Just look at it. Oh man, that just looks terrible. That just looks so bad. No, sometimes looking back on some of my old art here. Yeah, man. Oh man, sometimes it's sometimes I think it's pretty good. Sometimes think it's okay, and sometimes it's just kind of bad. Although I will say, if you've been looking through these videos, you have definitely noticed that my art has started to improve a bit. I've been improving in terms of art and all that. So I've gotten a bit better. Oh man, the line looks terrible here. Anyway, now it's time to introduce small characters here. Yeah. uh, yeah. Uh, you know, Actually, I think I'm going to talk more about this in the next one I'm gonna do. Yeah, I know. Yeah, man. I gotta say, my webcomic may not be the best and all that, but it's not bad. It's not bad. And yeah, sure, right now, it kind of sucks, but I know it can be better. In fact, I have some very good ideas. I know it can be great. I know this has potential. I mean, I know if anybody knows it, if anybody on this, just on this planet knows it, it's me. I know that this has the potential to be good. This has the potential to be great. And besides, a lot of series, start out rough and rough around the edges and all that. I mean, seriously, man. By the way, going on about what I was saying earlier about coming up with characters. This is the character I came up with. A bit late on, or when coming up with the series. In fact, actually, I came up with this, after I started making the series, as I started making the episodes, I came up with this character. Do they add much to the story? No, not really. But I don't know. I just thought about, how about I just make a socially awkward mortician character. Just for the fun and all that. Yeah, I just wanted a bit of fun. Hopefully, you kind of enjoyed his awkward antics here. I might have him show up later, and have him, just act all kind of weird and all that. This, in fact, I already, had him, show up in a future, in another episode of these. Thankfully, this is not his last appearance, which is good because, honestly, I do kind of have a bit of a soft spot for this absolutely ridiculous character and all that. Man, oh man, you know, sometimes you can tell a lot about a person, but from the art they make. I guess if you can tell anything from this comic, is that I am a very odd person. I'm a very weird individual. Yeah, I hope you like this, and I hope, I honestly do hope this does get a bit of views. Honestly, considering I do now have a lot more, subscribers, perhaps this video will get, maybe 10 views. At least 5. I don't know. I guess, in all fairness, the latest video I did, it has only gotten 2 views so far. And then again, when it comes to the pineapple pizza one, and then for a while that wasn't getting any views, and then it was only getting had like 2 views, then like 5, then like 14 for a while there. This one, this one immediately took off. It took off running, but then, and said out of nowhere, a few days, like a week or 2 after I uploaded it, suddenly it started getting tons of views now. It started exploding with views now. And now the Panel Pizza one has more views than the Christmas one. And speaking of one of views, there's a video where I accidentally reacted to a video I already reacted to, but I didn't realize it because I had forgotten that I reacted to it. Well, it has like more views than okay. Then the time then the first reaction video, like this one has 16, and yet the video where I accidentally reacted to it again, it's got 38. So yeah, honestly, if there's one thing I've learned, is that you can never be too certain about how many views a video is gonna get. It's kind of a little bit about gambling, but though I know oftentimes there's a bit of consistency. Like honestly, the videos where I react to like Brody animates or animations, those tend to get the most views. That wow. My other series, random reactions, those tend to get fewer views. Yeah, and my creative commentary videos, man. Yeah, honestly, the views are all over the place. If you don't believe me, then just, then just look at, just look at this. Yeah. We got 12 views, then 23 views, and then 132 views, 162 views, then 71 views, and then all suddenly, boom, down to 6 views, 2 views, no views, 13 views. Completely inconsistent and completely random. Like, see, the videos in the middle got the most views, and the first video, the one that you would would watch first, it's gotten the least. Yeah, it's gotten some of the least views. Around the same as the latest one, and it just completely random. But yeah, man, yeah, life is good. It's crazy, and sure, you may not be successful right away. But however, just because you're not successful right away doesn't mean you should give up. I mean, after I took a while for this YouTube channel to get views and subscribers, and sure, it has achieved success a lot faster than a webcomic. Though then again, I guess that's not too surprising since a lot more people watch YouTube videos than those who watch original comics and webtoon and all of that. It's just canvas ones. Speaking of which, I've been thinking of maybe uploading this to another webcomic platform like a Tapas, or is it Tapas? Tapas, whatever, however you pronounce it, the yellow one. Yeah, I've been thinking of maybe it's working, start putting stuff on there as well. Yeah, man. But yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah. Maybe there's one thing you can't say that I'm not. It's not. Is that I'm not. Is that I'm uncreative. Though then again, I guess in some ways I am a bit uncreative. I mean, the world building isn't exactly the most original here. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. It is a bit of it. There's a huge chunk of unoriginality here, but then again, there's a bunch of true creativity. In fact, it appears that sometimes I wonder if my creativity is worse than my unoriginality. Like, which is worse, the fact that I am unoriginal, or the fact that I'm creative? Which is worse? and but yeah, it's not too surprising since it is easier to make a reaction video than it is to make a chapter in a webcomic. A lot more effort is put into one. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, so I mostly just ended up just talking about myself and my own feelings. Swear no. I mean, who are these videos for? Are they for people who are interested in what I make? Or are they for me? Are these just a therapy session and all that? man, man. No, to be honest, perhaps I do. Perhaps I do need a little bit of therapy. uh, well, I guess have a good day and goodbye. What? No, that's not what I want.